As you know, we are talking about different approaches towards curriculum design. So in this regard, we are looking at different models and their implications for language curriculum development. Now we're going to see the process of curriculum design. Before that, we have done, how to do the curriculum design and how to start and where to start and what decisions to make and their implications. The process of curriculum design, involves various ways of doing it. Okay, so language curriculum design has its salient, features or components, as you know, starting from needs analysis to environment analysis, then setting up the goals, deciding about the principles, monitoring and assessment, and evaluation, and the quality teaching. So it's got a range of, different processes. And in these processes, various stakeholders are involved. I mean, needs analysis could be done by some other people. Environment analysis could be done by another group, right? And some other people might be deciding about the goals of a course, right? So various stakeholders do different activities at different stages. So that's why the main emphasis of the course, which I've been trying to, highlight, is that I personally see, and which most of the textbooks on language curriculum design see, language curriculum design as a cyclical process, not a linear process, right? So there are mainly three models which Nation and McAllister have explored, and that's what we're going to see in detail. Firstly, we will see waterfall model, what it means, and what's its significance for language curriculum design. We'll see this model here in this module, and then in the coming module we'll see focused opportunistic approach, and the third one, layers of necessity approach. Let's begin with a waterfall model. Well, within this model, language curriculum design is seen as a linear process, which means we start with needs analysis. We start with first step, and then the third step, fourth step. And this is how the output of the first step becomes input for the next step, right? So waterfall model sees language curriculum design as a progression from one step to the other. Okay, so while making decisions, this is our job as language curriculum planners or course designers, to see this model and to not to accept it blindly, rather to see it how it could be used for effective language curriculum design, right? Within this model, various factors are studied. For example, when environment analysis is done, we look at the socio-cultural factors. And when we talk about the learning outcomes, we also take into account the learning styles of the learners. And we also take into account the demographic and cultural social issues. So the usefulness of waterfall model is out there for us, but this is entirely up to us while we are engaged in designing a language curriculum. We could draw on this model. We could get insights from this model, but at the same time, we need to be cautious while making our decisions. I mean, what steps to be employed and in which sequence, right? A waterfall model, lays emphasis on using commercial textbooks. And as you remember, we have taken a good look at the conflicting debates about the uses of textbooks, the love-hate relationship between ELT textbooks and its users. So within waterfall model, the teachers may not have the luxury or may not have the choice to resort to some other authentic materials. They might be required to use the textbook, and that's why they are constrained by the element of time and the element of context in which the textbook is being used. So in summary, approaches to curriculum design, we have seen now the waterfall model, which lays emphasis on which sees curriculum design as a process, as a systematic process, which stops from step one, moves to the other, and input from step one becomes output for the step two.